Perhaps you're referring to the decision that was taken in relation to Mr. Faci, Mr. Vaselli, and Mr. Salimi. The trial panel took a decision to place some limitations on visits after it came to light that these three accused appeared to be revealing confidential information from the proceedings or from witness testimonies to their visitors in the detention facilities. And so the trial panel introduced a series of measures to, for example, do more active monitoring of personal visits and communications. But it's really important to mention that the accused still have private visits with family members, spouses, and children away from detention officers' sight and hearing, and they still have regular personal visits, video visits, communications on the telephone with family members and with friends. So they continue to have visitors. You said it has not been assessed that this is a violation of their rights. There are several mechanisms available to detainees to complain if they feel that their rights are being violated. They can complain to the ombudsperson of the specialist chambers, and all of the reports on those complaints are public. They can complain to the chief detention officer and take their complaint all the way up to the trial panel if they're not satisfied. And the International Committee of the Red Cross conducts unannounced independent inspections of the detention facilities, and I'm not aware of any indication of that anybody has assessed that the human rights have been violated. I'm sorry, I'm not aware of the specific graffiti that you're referring to, but I know that every 2 months the trial panel needs to review whether detention is still justified, and they have been looking at a persistent climate of witness intimidation in Kosovo against persons who are testifying at the court or believed to testify. That's been an important factor cited in their decision so far. But I'm sorry, I don't know the specific case you're referring to. So this was a case where during the course of one of the hearings, Mr. Faci and his defense team raised concerns about a potential conflict of interest by a prosecutor saying that he had worked in the detention facilities. The trial panel was, as a measure of to make sure that Mr. Faci was comfortable with the situation, had the prosecutor replaced by another prosecutor, and then the defense asked for additional information from the prosecution and the registry. The registry looked into the issue and found that there were no records, notes, or internal correspondence about these concerns, there was nothing suggesting that the individual in question had been involved in a verbal or a physical altercation with any of the accused. So we don't have anything to suggest that was the case. Otherwise, this person's status as a prosecutor or not, that's really a question for the specialist prosecutor's office.